It was, I think it was a good day for us today. They gave us a good run, especially in the first half, so we had to play. I thought that Drake Porter was excellent, especially in the first half, along with the Jacob Fopp giving us all those possessions at the offensive end of the field. I thought those two in particular had good days. I thought we played pretty well. What hurt us, I think, were the number of turnovers, especially in the first quarter, and that gave them a lot of offensive takes. We had to play a lot of defense, especially first half of the game. So second half, we took better care of the ball. There were fewer turnovers, and we put more pressure with the FOP winning the faceoffs, put more pressure on their defense, and it gave our offense time to get comfortable and get some good shots off and start to pull away. And then the fourth quarter, it was great to get some other guys in that have worked really hard in practice and got a little reward for some playing time in the fourth quarter. So all in all, it was a good day for Syracuse lacrosse.
First two questions, we'll go to Andrew and then Roshan.
Hey John, I just wanted to ask about, like, you mentioned the turnovers. What was the root of those turnovers? Was it just sloppy passing? Was it more just kind of breakdowns and rotations? Like, what contributed to all those turnovers early on?
I think that we were in a hurry offensively. When in the second half, especially the third quarter, when you saw us start to put the ball around, have it go through our attack before we ran our offense. I thought we just took better shots, stretched their defense out some, and we got more touches with the ball. Where I think especially the first quarter, I think we were in a hurry. The ball stayed up top, didn't get down to our attack a lot, and as a result, when you're playing in a hurry, that's when you get your turnovers.
Roshan?
Hi, Coach. I wanted to ask about Brendan Curry. I know he had a big day today. He had a good game against UVA too. But I know you guys inverted him, especially in the second half. What did you see from him today?
I just think he's getting more comfortable in the invert. He's got a very good first step, and he's got the speed after his first step, and he's understanding what's expected of him when they do slide to him. Stony Brook was sliding really quickly, especially in the first half, first quarter. So I think it caught us by surprise, and I think it's what created some of those turnovers.
Next we go to Trey and then Patrick.
Coach, great game today. Owen Hiltz co-led the team in points with 5. He just talked about how great he played today, just how great he has played this entire season.
Yeah, every week I think he seems to get better and more confident. And like I said, he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. Understands the offense, and he's even reached a point where he's starting to tell some of the other players where they're supposed to be within the offense. He runs a nice two-man game, especially with Steven Rafis, and he's just shooting the ball well. He probably could have had a couple more. His first couple were close, but I think that he even could have had a couple more goals today.
That's all I got, Coach. Thank you.
Okay.
Patrick?
Hey, Coach. So in the first half, Stony Brook cut the lead to 1 goal. Then after the timeout, Stony Brook got possession but had a shot clock violation, and Syracuse scored 2 goals, and the rest is history. What do you guys talk about in the timeout, and what changed after that point?
We just wanted to settle down. I keep harping on the turnovers, but we, especially in that first quarter with 8 turnovers, we kept giving the ball back to the other team, and we just wanted to slow them down and get some touches into our offense. And we also got some transition. Peter Dirth was a clearing machine today, catching the ball and running it out. And if they subbed too many, that left us with numbers. So we got a little bit of offense, off our clears in transition.
Thanks. Next we go to Nate.
Hey John, I know you probably know about as much as we do, but before the game, Hofstra, their team went on pause for COVID-related reasons. I'm wondering if they can't come here next week, will you look to schedule another opponent in place of them?
We're gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it as a staff. We don't really want to have 2 weeks off before our next opponent, so we will, if that's the case.
More so because it's Duke or any opponent.
Oh, anybody. We're healthy. We hopefully we'll have a good week of practice. So, you don't like to have that pause if you don't have to.
Thanks.
Allie?
All right, so after a couple of slow starts for Gamlin, he had a great game last week and a great game today. What did you see from him today, and what have you seen from him the past couple of weeks?
Well, he's been getting to his spots, and I think that he, coming in a little frustrated with his shooting, and today he shot better. Could have had one or two more earlier in the game, but I think he got comfortable as the game went on. So I think that I just think that he's relaxing a little bit more and letting it come to him. Where early in the year, I think he was trying to force some things.
Andrew?
Especially early with all the turnovers, how do you feel that the defense played today? I know at times they had the one goal that looked awfully similar to Army when I think somebody got behind Schaefer right in front of the crease, and then there's a one breakdown where at some point you had 5 defenders back when Stony Brook had 6 guys back, and there's some confusion on the changes. How did you feel the defense played today, and is there any areas you feel you have to clean up still?
Oh, there always is. I think today was just a combination of things. The one I think you're referring to, we had just played a lot of defense, so we were short. One of our short stick defenders, they were both taking a break on the side and didn't feel they could go, and that's we got a defender out there a little bit late, and when you play that much defense, our offense has to settle down and make the other team play a little defense.
Thanks. We got time for 2 more. We'll go to Ian and then Roshan to finish us off.
Hey, Coach. So Dylan Palinetti was really supposed to be the guy for this Stony Brook team. How did you guys go about shutting him down today?
We pretty much played him straight up. Nick DiPietro played him. They try to get switches. They do a lot of picks for him, try to get him to go to his left. And if you mess up on some switches, which we did once, he can really hurt you from the outside. But I thought Nick did a good job, and I think the players on our team, kind of knew who he was. I talked earlier in the week about, when we talked about him, you got to know where he is with the ball, and you have to know where he is without the ball, because they put him in spots where if his man has to help out defensively, that leaves him out in front of the goal. So I think we did a pretty good job as not only we had Nick covering him, but as a group knowing where he was today.
And then Roshan for the last question.
Coach, I know Brendan's season high in assists, I believe, is 14. He already has, I think, about 10 this year. Is that a surprise to you? And what have you seen from him in terms of passing the ball and connecting the attacks?
I don't know if it's a real surprise to me. I think that, that whole group, especially Brendan in their first midfield, they're no secret. So I think people will go to them pretty quickly, a lot like Stony Brook did today. They slid to them really early, and I think Brendan, just understanding the offense, knows where his looks are. So I think he's gotten really good at that. And then with him inverting, most teams are going to come early to the invert, and he's able to find the open man. And I think Coach March set some good things up to let him know where he felt people were going to be open within the offense.